All
Hello.
right, we are live.
Yes. Hello,
Hey,
Mika.
Mika. Oh my gosh. All right. So, Mika, I'm gonna and Tina too. I'm so sorry about Monday. I feel
Yeah.
like so bad, and yet
No.
I'm kind of glad that you guys didn't talk without me.
Yes, I actually am so glad about that too. And I'm sorry, we didn't get to talk about this really before we went live because I was doing my hair and
Yes.
running around and losing Wi-Fi. So sorry about that. But honestly, it's fine. Like, don't feel bad about it. Time I lost, I felt so insanely guilty. That's all I could think about. The time I lost Wi-Fi and I
Oh, that's right. I
abandoned you
totally
guys.
forgot about that.
I felt awfully guilty, but like, I don't know what I mean. It happens.
All right. So
I
then
don't
you know
know.
how I feel.
Yes, but don't be because like you guys really were like it's fine, whatever. So I'm like okay. I don't know. I just like went with it. I guess I don't know. I mean, you guys weren't like mad at me, right?
Well, I mean, we were. No.
I was like,
No,
what?
we were not
Okay.
mad at you. We were worried, but then,
Worried.
like, we did think, "Oh, she must have lost the Wi-Fi or something," or that's what we were
Yeah.
hoping
Because
happened.
you're in like a different city. So I'm like, has she been kidnapped from this weird town in Britain?
Speaking
Like
of kidnapping,
this situation is crazy. This book is
this
freaking
book
crazy. Oh wait,
is
the
so
kid gets
good.
kidnapped. Okay.
We have so much to talk about.
We have something
Okay,
about
so I'm glad that you guys didn't talk about chapters 14, 15, and 16 or whatever, because, like, I
yeah.
felt after we read that, I had so much. And then we read 4 more, and now I'm like, there's too much going on. Too much going on.
I was really zoning out those original homework chapters. I don't remember a lot of it. I just remember the whole lime tree court just being like a
Yes.
blur. She gets in
Yeah.
it, she gets out of it, whatever. They're drugging them, but also like whatever. And then it's like now this is interesting. I was terrified because I forgot to read any of it until last night at like 2 in the morning. So I
Yeah.
was reading from last night, terrified and scared. I had my it was cold outside, I guess, so it was like 59 degrees last night, so I couldn't have my air conditioner on. So I had to open my window and put a fan on my window. So I had the curtain like right at the line so it didn't show any darkness, but it was a little bit above it. So there was a slim line of dark out into the Kentucky wilderness, and I was like, there's a demon out there trying to eat me. I need to like I was terrified. And like just like laying in my bed, trying not to look over, like, there's nothing out there. It's just a window, it's fine. But I got scared because I was like, that old lady is gonna for sure Alice is coming to eat me. 100%.
I feel like the author keeps setting up, like, Agnes keeps having these great theories, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's exactly what's happening," and then it's not.
Yeah. I don't know, yeah. And then there's also like that's so we found out the mission. We found out their mission. Which I just remembered now.
Wait, we did?
The house's mission. Well,
Oh,
mostly
the Black Book.
I guess what the black book is, but I assume what the house is,
Yes.
maybe it's not. That is such an interesting. I actually love that idea. I think it's such not like I'm not I'm not saying it's like totally moral, but I'm saying I love that concept in general.
Yes.
I don't know, like is I don't know. I find the debates. I haven't watched it. I'm not watching debates on it, but the idea of people talking about like human euthanasia. I don't know, like how that comes into play with like if that is immoral, then there's some parts of like what's going on like the end care and stuff like that that isn't moral, but like I think that stuff is fine. Like I think like what's it called? Like hospice. Like I think
Yeah.
that could be a really good thing. And
Yeah.
I don't think shooting your best friend in the back of the head when she's gardening is the best plan, but I get not wanting to die not yourself.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
My only problem with their plan is that I would never trust anyone enough to, like, not consult me about the fact that like I was too far gone and they were now just going to kill me.
Yes. Because the only thing that made me think she isn't going to die in this book by Marshall's hand is that there's another book with her name in the title.
Yes. Although we don't technically know if she makes it to the next book.
I guess.
I mean, her name is in the title, but maybe that's just to throw us off.
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, hang on. Before we go too far, we got to deal with this.
Okay.
After chapter 16, I thought Alice was an imaginary friend turned psychotic illusion due to guilt and trauma.
Really?
I totally did too. I was like, oh my gosh, Alice is totally made up. She doesn't exist. She's like the twin that nobody has ever seen. And she's like, she doesn't exist. She's an imaginary friend. Well, first I thought, and I suppose this is sort of imaginary friend thing, but I thought it was like a split personality, which maybe now that I'm thinking about it, it is.
Okay.
I thought
maybe. I don't know.
Alice didn't exist. Alice was never a real person. And that Alice was like her alter ego, right? Like she had a couple of different personalities, and Alice was like the evil personality, and Agnes was the good personality. But then Alice was real. But then she died.
It seems like the split personality thing, I guess, might be right because of the fact that she's trying to evade Alice, and she's terrified that she's going to be Alice or that she is Alice, right?
Right. Like she does seem to think that she has that split personality of Alice, Agnes.
Yeah. Also, like, the picture in the mirror was creepy as all get out. Okay.
Oh, so creepy.
And I mean, it's 2:00 in the morning, and I'm laying here like, oh my god.
Yeah, I was like, what is going on right now? Yeah.
So she was looking into the mirror, or I thought she was looking away from the mirror, and then there was someone looking at herself.
I don't know.
Because it's okay. It has to be, she was looking away from him. Therefore, she could look here, but she also could be looking here. And maybe she's looking here. The other person looking back at her is herself in the mirror, but it's just her Alice face on, and he was creeped out by it.
I'm creeped out by it.
I know. And it's just, it was a scary time, that book. It was a bit of a scary time.
It was a scary time.
I think the reason I didn't realize was because I wasn't paying attention. So I probably would have realized if I was conscious because I also was reading it I was reading it
in the morning.
No, the other chapters I read. I was reading the original homework. I was reading at 4:00 in the morning, I think. So last night I went to bed at 4, but I finished reading them at 2 or 3 because I had to stop reading them with 5 minutes left of the last chapter to take a chill break to not be terrified, and then went back. But I basically finished them at 2, and then the other night I finished them way later than that. So I was out of it. I was totally awkward. But yeah.
All right. Okay, hang on. At one point, I did also think that Agnes had developed dissociative identity disorder. Yes, totally. Do we still think? Maybe? I don't know what to think anymore.
I don't know what it's triggered from. So, why? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. What kind of trauma did she have in her life?
I think Mr. Teacher Dude was abusing her.
And I guess if so, that would be a suppressed memory, right? That's a big part of it too, suppressed memory, things like that.
Right. I feel like all of her memories have been suppressed.
Yes, because we don't even get a little bit of her childhood. I don't remember a lot of my childhood, but I think I would think back on any times I could remember. But she seems to go back to her childhood, and only the good like only romanticized parts of it, only little parts of it, where she's like running around and like having fun with her sister. Like that's all she has. That's all she shows us, really.
Yeah, like I feel like since she's not taking her meds anymore, her memories are starting to come back. Maybe? Like maybe all the medicine she was on for the psychosis stuff got her all jumbled.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I was not saying that.
I don't think there's a supernatural element.
No.
I don't think so either, but that mirror thing was creepy.
Yeah. And I mean, I hope there's not a supernatural element, I guess. I don't know. And that was, like, I don't, if they think if there was, we should have been told, there should be more, like.
Right, there would be more of it by now. We're almost done. There would be more of it. We're not at the very end gonna get, like, super creepy, I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay, Mika, I do not think Agnes killed anybody. I don't either, but it is very suspicious that all of these people keep turning up dead where she has been.
Oh yeah, she thinks she killed them. No, she didn't kill those people. I don't think at all she killed those people. I'm surprised that Marshall admitted it like that, but that's a whole other thing. For a whole minute, I guess. But
Wait, that Marshall admitted what? Like what?
killing Lilith.
Oh, that it was part of the kill book, right? Like, yeah.
I was surprised he was like, oh, and I shot her in the back of the head. I'm like, what? Like, I wasn't expecting that. But that's off the topic. Back to Alice, right? Like, back to Agnes. Like, I absolutely, when she said that, I was like, no, you didn't do it. Someone else did it. Like, it just wasn't her. I just don't think it was her. I don't think that she's, like, I don't know. I just don't think that she's the type to murder someone like that. Like, I don't know. And did she kill
Well, I don't know, but apparently Alice is, which means Agnes is, because Agnes is the one that, like, dropped the hammer then.
Yeah. But also, like, there's a difference between dropping the in my opinion, there's a difference between dropping the hammer and killing all those women. Because it wasn't we killed Lilith because that she wanted to be killed, or that's a different situation.
Well, Marshall killed Lilith.
Yes. Then all the other murders, though, there's a difference between those. Those are violent. Those are not like consensual killings, right? Like, I think there's a difference. Like those murders that were presumably perpetrated by a different person because there's no motive, right? Like we don't have. There's no.
We know of. There
Well,
has to be a motive. You don't like.
There's no motive that
disembowel somebody without a motive.
Well, okay, yes, but there's no motive that Marshall would have done. So it's not.
Oh yeah, no, Marshall just drew the short end of the stick.
Yes, but I don't know. I don't. That thing there, all of the other killings, the non-Lilith killings, have been, in my opinion, were not. I don't think all those people were crazy people that were absolutely crazy abusive people, right? And so
no, they were all just normal old people, as far as I can tell.
When it goes to self-defense, one is like I'm not saying like one's okay. After that, it's like maybe there's a
you
reason.
You can't kill everybody in self-defense,
right? Like
you can only kill one person.
I think that when she kills that man, that was. I mean, there's a reason there. That could be classified as self-defense, probably very easily, right? But you don't disavow your best friend like that. Your vegetable best friend.
Yeah. Yes.
Self-defense.
So who do you think, do you think the same person that strangled Agnes strangled Teresa?
I don't remember her being strangled, but I'm going to say yes.
And then who was it? Was it the old woman that Agnes stole her bracelet to get into Lime Tree Court?
That woman's out of it. That woman is wandering the streets having the time of her life. She's not.
I guess, but that's who Agnes thinks was strangling her. The woman with the bracelet.
Why would that woman be back? Like, if Lime Tree Court, like, first of all, if you have dementia, you're done. You're out of here. You're like, okay, it's time to go have some fun and wander the streets and try to look for my house. You know what I mean? Like, that woman is not coming back. And not because it's like I don't know, an awful place. I don't know, but like
But that's assuming that that woman got kicked out of Lime Tree Court. That woman could have been wandering around Lime Tree Court like for days.
I guess, yeah. I thought she. Okay, yeah, true. I guess I
Because how do you
thought
get
you saw her
out?
in the streets. I thought you saw her next to the thing. So she was outside of the thing, but she was still in the gates.
I think she was still in the gate because she was wearing her nightgown.
I don't know. It's also just like,
I don't know either.
how did they not know what you look like? Like, is this
Oh,
another?
yeah, because they're clearly not paying attention. They don't give it. They don't care at all about the people that are staying there.
Yeah. How? What did you imagine this woman looking like? Because I didn't. I imagined her looking the polar opposite of, like, I don't know. I imagine her looking like, I imagine her being like a black woman. I don't know why, but I did. And so I'm like, you should. I don't know why. I just was like, okay, that's what my
I think
head
I
was.
imagined them looking like
like
enough alike. I don't really know what Agnes looks like either, but I picture them all being like, I guess I picture Agnes a little bit like Julia Childs, except with like super gray old lady hair. And I think I pictured the Lime Tree Court woman as being just another old woman with like big gray hair.
Yeah, I don't know what Julia Child looks like, but I imagine when I imagine Agnes, I imagine a white woman. She's not super, like, not skinny, not fat though, just like average body type.
Like Julia Childs.
I don't know what Julia Child looks like.
Oh, you don't know who Julia Childs is? Oh my goodness.
A little bit hunched over, and has that big fluffy like white hair.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more down so you can brush it, but still. And this woman, I don't know any other features. I just thought, I don't know, she just like was like maybe hunched over the opposite way, like not forward but backwards, and then like, and I don't know. That's all I thought, really. And then she probably wasn't white. I don't know why, but that was my imagination of this one.
Interesting.
They were hunched over opposite ways, and that's all I have.
I've never seen anyone hunched over the other way, backwards.
But isn't like again when they're walking in a walker, like they right? I can't see. I did not.
No?
You can't see my legs. My legs and my like hips are forward, and then like my chest is back, and I'm like pushing downwards.
Is that how you use a walker?
No, but that's how I imagine an old person would. I feel like when they walk, they might their hips might be more forward than their chest is. I don't know why.
Have you ever seen?
No.
Know any old people, Tina?
I've seen fake people walk in a walker. Have I seen my mom walk in a walker? No, because I blurred out all those memories. I don't know, but like, I don't think I've ever really seen an old person walk in a walker, other than in my imagination,
or even a young person walk in a walker.
Anybody walk in a walker? Well, no, I guess they do lean forward, but I feel like they lean forward more at the hips. No, like less like pumped, more like I'm trying to push weight into my hips, and so I would assume that maybe they're supporting themselves. They don't have to this way. They're like more like backwards supporting themselves.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hunched over backwards. Anyway. All right, Rosie. What do we think about Rosie?
You go first.
Well, hang on. Hold up. We got to say hi to people. We got to say hi to Christina.
Hi.
I'll be looking today, keeping you on the TV as I have a bunch of computer things to do. I can't say, and I'll be listening to The Secret Book and Scone Society by Ellery Adams.
This is a good cozy mystery.
Is it?
Yeah, it's very like the characters are traumatized, and they're people. They've done things and they have been through a lot, but they're like coming together. There's also a lot of like feminism and like sisterhood and womanhood in it, and it's a really good one. What's interesting is that it's I thought it was the secret book and the Scone Society, but it's the secret. There's the
secret, the book, the scone.
Yes, there's secrets, there's books, and there's scones, and they're a society. So it's very interesting. And
I like scones. I would like to be in a scone society.
Yeah, The secrets are not great, but they have a lot of like, it's interesting. It's a very good one. It's very deep, but it is a cozy mystery.
All right.
And
And apparently it has has bibliotherapy in it. I don't know what bibliotherapy is.
So, from what I can tell, the person who owns the bookstore, she will. I think the main character. I think like the main character is the first character you see is, and she, like, people will come to her, and she'll talk to them, and she'll try to find a book that'll help with their trauma. She has a lot of trauma.
I feel like I read a book that was something like this, where that was like a thing, where they prescribe a book. Or maybe I read about a bookshop that did that, like in real life, like like an article in some news outlet or something about an actual bookshop where you could go in and get a prescription for a book.
Yeah.
Like if you walked in and said, I don't know, my dog died or something.
Yeah.
They would give you a book to like help you process.
It was surprising because it's so much like, it's crazy because the main character, she's a burn survivor, and so the books that were given to her in the hospital have to deal with the reason she is, but also have to deal with being a survivor like this and how to view yourself now and how to go forward in your life. And like, she was I don't think this is a spoiler. I think this is totally fine. She was like, the person in the hospital was like giving her the recommendations to help her heal. And so when she left the hospital, she was like healed mentally, I guess, too. So it's very, and then that's what I guess she becomes it. I don't think that's a spoiler. I think that's totally fine. Hopefully I didn't spoil you, Christina.
Christina's like, no.
I think you know about that. You know about that.
All right. Oh, the scones are part. See, scones would be therapy for me. I would be all right with that. Yeah. Oh yeah, the main character does it.
Yes.
All right, very cool. But our book, set in England, so statistically speaking, the old folk are likely to be white.
Probably, yeah. Mm-hmm. And all the main characters are white, except for one.
I guess I hadn't even thought of what their races would be.
No, I mean, all people are. I mean, I just imagine like just a room full of people, but like, I don't know. I thought, is Winston? I thought they were all white except for Winston. I don't know why. I'm just I don't know why.
You have quite a diverse cast of characters in your head.
They're all white except for Winston. I don't know. I thought Winston was black. I don't know why, but I just thought.
I'm sort of picturing Winston now, like George Jefferson from the Jeffersons. Do you know what that is?
Is that the space show?
No, that's the Jetson. No, the Jeffersons was like a TV show back in the 70s or the 80s or something.
Jeffersons.
Yeah.
The show
anyway,
is called The Jeffersons?
The show is called The Jeffersons.
No. I feel like I've heard of it before, and I don't know how to imagine that person.
I read a book a while ago where the main character was a librarian that gave people the books they wanted, but also the books they really needed. And it was Japanese literature. And maybe that's what I'm thinking about. Like, okay. Mika, did you ever talk about that before? Or maybe you posted something and I read about it. Because I do remember there's something about this. Yeah. But I mostly enjoy the comfort scones. All right. So wait, let's talk about Rosie. Who the heck is Rosie? And where the heck is Brexit? And what is going on with Nathan?
Okay. I don't know who Rosie is. You don't know who Rosie is, right? You're saying?
Like, who is she really?
I don't know. I don't know anything about Rosie.
Oh, Rosie's the lady that Bernadette talked to at the coffee club. Right? Okay, and the woman that came to their house with the cottage pie.
Okay, yes.
And Agnes made a giant scene.
I just think Rosie is a bald, blind woman who is besties with Bernadette. She's not blind. I don't know if she's blind or not.
I don't think she's blind, but she's friends with Bernadette, I guess.
Yeah. I just assumed she was just like a I don't know, like a cool old person who smoked and who went to these parties and cursed a lot. I don't know.
And you don't think there's
One of
anything
those
like
old.
weird or sinister about her?
No, I don't think so. When she was on it and she was like, "Oh, it's Alice," I thought it was really Alice. Until when she ripped the wig off, I was like, "Yes, it's Alice." But I was after that, I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I guess we're both dumb old people. I guess I don't know." So I didn't think that. I don't know. I don't think nothing's going on with Rosie.
Okay, you don't think anything's going on. Okay, I think something's going on with Rosie,
Okay.
and I think Mika agrees.
Yeah.
And she thinks Brexit is dead, and I think Brexit is dead too.
Okay. First of all, why?
Because Brexit ate the cottage pie.
Okay.
And then we haven't seen him in like 5 chapters.
I thought it was like 2, but okay. I guess yeah. I thought it happened right before he got kidnapped. No, because they had the whole discovery thing and the passing. Okay, no, yeah. And they found out about
what happened before he got kidnapped? I forgot about this. Hetty was digging, and she found. Who did she find?
Yes. I don't know.
I don't either. I hope she didn't find Nathan. Oh no, Nathan was still alive the last we left. He just got kidnapped.
Okay.
Who would she have found in the garden? By the door, by the fence? Is that where they buried? No, they didn't bury Lilith.
No, bury Lilith, no. They got her. They have her ashes in the house. They haven't buried her.
But she doesn't have 2 black pointy feet or whatever that was found.
No, yeah. Hetty. First of all, Hetty's adorable, but that's here nor there. If Brexit ate the pie and the pie was poisoned, there's something wrong with Rosie. There's something wrong with the pie, and there's something wrong with Brexit. If Rosie is normal, everything's fine. And so I thought Rosie was normal and everything's fine. But
well, I would say if Brexit is fine, then Rosie is fine.
Yeah, I just thought Brexit was just like, I don't know, laying down somewhere. I don't know. I also thought that he was no, that was before he ate the pie. He was laying at her feet. But I don't know. Dogs also, like, they cling to old people, right? Like, so they cling to people that have
There's plenty of old people for him to cling to in that house. And he is gone. He is like disappeared. He's like slunk off somewhere and died, I think.
I don't know. I don't think. Here's the thing. If you don't, in books, it's like a thing in books. You don't kill dogs. Okay, if there's a dog in a book, you don't kill him. And so if this, like, it's just, I don't know why. I don't know why people say that all the time. Like, you just can't. If there's a dog character in a book and the dog gets killed, then I don't like the book. I don't know. It's just like, you can't kill Brexit. He's cute. But can you kill him, that grandson, to be fine? I don't know. So, like,
Brexit ate the pie, and then he disappeared, and nobody else ate the pie.
Yeah, nobody else ate the pie. He ate that whole plate up. And, like, I mean, besides poison, there's really nothing. I mean, there's onions and garlic, but, like,
yeah, there's nothing in it that would normally, like, bother a dog.
Yeah, and, like, my dog's been a lot worse than cottage fine, than totally fine, without going to the vet. They just do those things, and then they walked away like they did nothing. So,
yeah, I think it was super lucky that all the rest of the family, the rest of the old folks downstairs, they just ate salad first, right? Because if they had eaten the pie, so, like, if there's something wrong with Rosie, she was trying to kill everybody in the house, not just Agnes.
Yeah. Or maybe she specifically put poison in Agnes's pie.
Yeah.
And so.
No, because they just took a piece out of the pie and gave it to Agnes.
Who plated it?
Marshall, I think.
Oh. Well, then never mind. But.
Speaking of Marshall plating things for Agnes, do you think that breakfast that Marshall brought up to Agnes was poisoned? Like, that he's already put the plan in motion, but then she, like, didn't really eat the breakfast, and so he's like, crap.
I for sure thought it was poisoned.
Me too.
I was like, it's poisoned as hell. And I didn't even think anything about the cottage pie. I was like, okay, she's just an old lady who wears a wig. Who cares? So, like, I didn't think anything of it. But that breakfast, I was almost like, oh, he's for sure poisoning. And he wasn't even consulting anyone. And I
No,
kept thinking, I kept thinking the meetings they were having were about consulting on killing her. But like they never talked about that. And I'm like, damn.
yeah.
Is he conspiring to kill her behind all their backs because he thinks it's time? Which seems like Marshall kind of seems like a little bastard. Like he doesn't see. I don't like him. I don't think. I don't trust him. He seems like he has some. I don't know.
It seems, yeah, I don't know. There's something going on with his mental health as well. His like, he keeps forgetting things too. They're all on their way out, right? Except for Bernadette apparently is fine, and Winston is fine, and Edwina is fine. Just weird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Stephen King hasn't got the memo that you don't kill dogs. I know that I've read books where dogs have died before.
But it's like, I don't know, like in The Walking Dead, he finds a like the you ever watch Walking Dead?
Mm-mm.
In The Walking Dead, he wakes up from a coma. It's the apocalypse. It's zombies everywhere. He's a southern sheriff. He finds a horse and he rides off. And a couple episodes later, or a season later, horse gets absolutely eaten by those things. And I went, oh, I don't know, like watch the rest of the show because if this horse has been eaten, how dare you have this horse be eaten? And this show is old. If you're worried about getting spoiled, then I don't know. I guess that's your problem. But there's
I'm not doing zombies. I couldn't even do Brad Pitt in the zombie movie. I couldn't even do it.
There's one of the characters has a pet tiger. That's his like best friend pet tiger. And that tiger does sacrifice its own life to save its human and does get eaten by zombies. And it is like one of the most saddest moments in the show. Like it's not, I mean, a lot of main characters do absolutely get murdered by the zombies and humans, but like horrible deaths. But that was like, oh my gosh, this cat is dead. This tiger, not cat. This big cat is dead. And when I was even watching the show, there was like a roll where they were like giving a memorial to the like a little video they were doing to give a memorial to the cat, and I started crying. I'm like, no, I can't handle that. Like, I don't know what it is. And so I'm like, really, if Briggsy gets killed, I'm gonna question everything the author, like more things that I've just been kind of pushing aside.
All right. Well, I am gonna not comment on the fact that you're very upset about animals dying, but not people.
I think that's a very okay. I don't know why. It just feels like it's. I don't know.
I don't know why either. I think maybe there's some psychosis going on in your life.
With me? I think that's a very. I don't know. I guess because I'm less like it's known to be sad. Like some people are like, I don't care about animals at all, and it's like that's like it's known to be sad, right? Like it's humans,
But
like
people dying is known to be sad.
What I'm saying, that's what
People
I'm saying.
Getting murdered is really known to be horrific.
Yes, and like it's normal for it to be sad with humans, but I think it's like I don't know, it's you don't find that when extra sad sometimes to see animals die. Let me know in the comments if I should go to jail right now, or let me know in the comments if I'm right. I just think it's like,
I don't think you need to go to jail, because I know a lot of people that feel the same way you do, and I always find it strange. Like somebody even said to me one time that they couldn't be my friend because I like people more than I like animals.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. And I can feel that. I can understand
okay
that.
With that.
Like animals are like, do you love it? Have you ever had an animal in your life, like owns an animal?
No.
Okay. Maybe that's why. And I don't mean that, and I don't mean like that in a bad way, but it's when I got my cat, it was like I gave birth to her. Like a year in, I'm like, I love her more than I love almost everyone in my life. I love her equally to how much I love my parents. And like, I just love her so much, and I don't even know how to like, it was, and I talked to my sister about this. She was like, feels like people say when they have kids, they experience this love they never knew was possible. I'm like, she was like, I feel that with my cats. And I'm like, yeah, like I love her more than is huge. Like, I don't know. So I don't know. I don't think we're animals.
All right, let's see what the comments are saying about you. All right, I think many people, me included, are more shocked about animals dying because animals are usually innocent in what's going on.
Yeah. They're not conscious. They're not, right. I mean, of course, like, children are too, but like, I don't know. There's something about like they don't understand. They can't even understand. And I don't know. Also, I think that for me, cats have a more on top of that because I think cats are so misrepresented that people don't like cats and people just like disregard cats. And I think that cats, something about loving a cat or something about caring for a cat, to me, maybe it's because I have a cat that I love a lot, but it feels so much more beautiful and so much more sad when bad things happen. I don't know. I'm just surprised. I don't know.
Plus, if it's a pet, they trust humans, and I cannot handle trust being broken without tearing up. But this is true for human characters too. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like all of the arguments that you and Mika have made for why pets are so much more sympathetic when they die is exactly true about every single person who dies.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. My dad was like, and when he showed me a story and he was like, and when this happens, it's like, isn't it? Like, aren't humans worth more than animals? And I'm like, well, I mean, it depends on the human, depends on the animal. And he's like, what do you mean? I thought I could say this and you'd completely agree with me. And like, we could not, like, we disagree on a lot of things. It seems like this could be the one thing. And I'm like, someone's trying to kill my cat. That's a completely different story. That there's a random kitten and a random kid I have to save. You know, there's a difference. Like,
well, yeah, when you own it, when it's your stuff, you're always going to be a little bit more invested emotionally in it.
But I guess my dad
Brexit isn't your dog.
I think maybe my dad was like, if I had if I had to choose, and this is always the scenario, a bucket of a bunch of kittens or like an old human, which one do you save? You know, sadly,
I feel like you should not answer this question.
Sadly,
we're not going to be able to be friends if you answer this question.
The kitten is dying. The kittens are dying, and that's heartbreaking still. But I guess it would have happened. But if it's an old person and my cat, my answer is probably going to be a lot different. Then the kittens are going to have to die in that situation.
All right. So anyway, we're increasing the body count in this story.
And in this live stream, apparently, as well. But like
in the live stream, there's just people dying right and left, and animals dying right and left. There's just so much death. So much death in this, what might be a cozy mystery, but might not. Aren't you cat sitting? I am.
Is the cat doing well?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know where she is right now. She may be outside wandering around. Who knows? I'm sure she will come and be around.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. She hasn't been around too much today. This afternoon, she was up and about, here when I was working, but I gave her some dinner and I haven't seen her since.
That's typical, yeah. She's probably going to take a nice nap.
Or a dump somewhere. Who knows?
Probably, yeah.
She does. She likes to eat and then she goes outside. I noticed that in the morning, especially. She eats and then she goes outside and then she comes back.
Do you think maybe she's sitting in the sun?
There is no sun. It's been raining all day.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Which is probably why she's been inside most of the day. I haven't seen her outside other than this morning when she went out and came back.
Cats are interesting creatures. You mean, like you were saying about the pooping thing? My cat has been twice. The kitten pooped in the bathroom sink.
Oh no!
Why not in the toilet? Why not on the toilet? We've been keeping the toilet lid shut because she's gotten in there multiple times. And so why not on the toilet? I don't know. But I walked upstairs and I went, did someone not flush the toilet? Like, what has happened? Like, went to the bathroom. I'm like, what? And I'm like, poop in the sink. Look over, she did.
Ew. The thing that I like the most about this cat is that she doesn't even have a litter box inside. She goes out 100%. So I don't have to like clean the litter box. I don't have to do anything. I just have to feed her and,
She
play.
goes outside. Like,
She
is
goes
there
outside.
where in
I have no idea.
Huh, that's so interesting. I mean, scooping the litter box is something that I don't do very often. My parents do it a lot of the time, but like it's a thing of like every day because there's 3 litter boxes and
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
cat
This
still
cat goes out. She goes out.
strange. Do you have like sand anywhere nearby? Like,
Yeah.
do you think she's? It's so our neighbor had a cat, and she would dump the litter. She would take the litter box and she would dump
No.
the litter box onto her lawn, onto her.
Ew.
So it was her back door was against like a little like 6-foot hill that went up almost like pretty directly onto our driveway, and she would just dump it at the bottom of the hill, right. She would
Ew.
stand on her back porch and just go. Ain't that nasty? Ain't
That's
that nasty?
gross. That's gross.
And it's like that's not like that. First of all, that litter isn't biodegradable. That
No.
poop and pee
No.
might be, but it's also in one spot. And then some of the holler cats, some of the forest cats might come out and try to pee on it. We might draw, I don't know, coyotes to your house or bears.
Gross. Gross, gross, gross.
And get your toddlers are running around. Your dogs are running around every dog. So you have toddlers.
Gross, gross, gross. Gross. All right. What are we doing about this book? Are we going to finish it tonight?
I guess we are. We've been chatting about for 40 minutes about a lot of other things.
We've talked about a lot of, because we had like 8 chapters to talk about.
Yeah. Is there anything else we need to talk about before we start our first sprint? Let me look for my remote.
Yeah, let me look.
Yeah. Found it.
All right. I might have a new theory about who the killer is, which is really an old theory.
Go ahead.
More and more, I think it's Isabel.
Yeah. Because Isabel hasn't been murdered yet, right? Isn't dead.
No. And Isabel showed up at the Lime Tree Court.
Okay. Yes.
Right before Agnes and Teresa got strangled. Although I don't think she's the one doing the strangling. But I don't know why she was at Lime Tree Court. And part of me thinks that Isabel also is the one that kidnapped Nathan. But I don't know why that. Only I just think that I don't know why.
That's a good theory. That's a good theory. I like that theory. If it was, I still think Isabel is Maud. Not Maud. Is her name Maud?
Mildred.
Maud is the other character from the other book we read, right? Maud from the historical book. Maud.
I don't know. The only Maud I can think of is B. Arthur, who played a character named Maud back in the days of the Jeffersons.
Okay. I was thinking of Golden Girls. There's a Maud and Golden Girls, right?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, then never mind then. Maybe the Maud.
But the woman in Golden Girls that played Dorothy used to play a character named Maud.
In the Jeffersons?
Yeah. No, in a different show called Maud that might have been on like before the Jeffersons.
I think I know of the Jeffersons. I think that's why I know that name.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was Mildred pretending to be. I think they switched places, and I think that I think that Henry, that kidnapping of the child theory is a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know if his name's Henry or not, but.
And I don't know who Rosie is and why Rosie is out to kill everyone.
I don't know.
But I do think she's out to kill people. I don't know. All right. What are we reading? Are we reading to the end or like?
We have 5 chapters. We have 5 chapters left. We have 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and then a 1 minute epilogue. So I was
Okay.
thinking like 2 or 3, and then 2 or 3.
And then 3.
Yeah. And
Okay.
we do 3 and then 3, and then we have less to talk about the end.
All right, let's do that. So we're doing 21, 22, 23?
Yeah.
Oh, can we finish the book within the next 2 hours?
The audiobook on normal speed is 2 hours long. So I would say yes.
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah, it will be about an hour of reading total.
Okay. Is that good, Mika? So should we split it into 2, or should we just read the whole hour?
We just read the whole hour? I guess you can do that too, yeah.
I don't know. Steven,
Oh.
hello. I write scary stories, several stories on various YouTube channels. First book out next year. Would love your opinion and help. Well, Steven, we are reading a somewhat scary story now, although it's not that scary. It's more like a whodunit and who is doing it. And it's more mystery. Huh. Hope this is not cheeky. It's a little bit cheeky, Steven. Just pop in here and be like, hey, read my book.
Yeah.
But, but hey, we read lots of books. So maybe it's not so cheeky. I don't know. I gotta, you gotta be bold. If you're gonna get anywhere in life, I guess you gotta be bold. So yeah. All right, Steven, we're about to read. Are we going to read for an hour, or are we going to read for what are we going to do? Mika, what do you want to do? You want to read it all in one go? I'd say read it in one. If we talk an hour between sprints, we won't be able to finish. That is absolutely true.
Yeah,
all right.
I probably will.
So let's read to the end. All right, let me get my banner up here. We are reading. Oh, shoot, I forgot to do this with the spoilers on the bottom.
It's
wow. Oh, wow. We are reading chapter 21 to the end of the book. Say done when you're done with the book. To the end of the book. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is going to be super fun. All right, let's see. Oh, Steven's going to like and subscribe regardless. That's not cheeky. That's nice. Thank you. Brilliant. All right. All right, Steven, if you want to put your book in the comments, we'll check it out. Or whatever you.
The name of the book, yeah.
Whatever you want to. Yeah, don't put the whole book in the.
Yeah, I meant like you won't be able to send. You won't be able to send the link. Just the book.
Yeah, no. Put the name of it, and we'll check it out, and or whatever you want us to do. Yeah. If you want us to comment on a plot point, we are great about that. If you want us to talk about your characters, we are great about that.
Yes. We'll also talk about random other things in the midst of talking about it.
That's right. That's right. All right. Okay. So let's read to the end of the book. All right. I'll see you guys in an hour or less. All right. Happy reading. Okay, I think we're done. Oh my gosh.
1 second.
This book, so good, I think.
Oh my gosh, I have like 30 seconds left.
Oh,
Did
I
I
thought you
comment?
were done.
I commented stuff, but I didn't comment. I'm done. I'm sorry. Oh yeah.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I like totally was like, oh, Tina's totally done. Wait, okay, so stop. Finish it. Finish it.
Okay. I just have like the epilogue left.
Okay, it's quick. Yeah. All right. False alarm. Ready?
Almost. I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I was so worried, and then I realized, oh yeah, because some tortoises go into hibernation.
I didn't know that either. I was like, okay, this is weird. Like, anyway, I actually thought that the whole epilogue was unnecessary. But
I'm honestly a little bit glad because I'm glad that we know she's not dying because I thought she was gonna be dying.
the tortoise?
Yeah, I thought the tortoise was dying, and then I realized
Why? Why would she be dying?
because she was being slow and she was being like they were kind of mentioning that towards the end, like that she was kind of like very at the very end, like she was being slow, and I'm like, oh no, like is she getting old? Is something happening? And yeah, I thought they were sunset holing her. I thought they were killing her to put her out of her misery. In that in the
Oh.
epilogue, I thought they were gonna kill her.
I mean, she does live in the house, so the black book and all.
Yeah, like is she in there is like when she stops searching for lettuce, she has to go. Is that what's it? Edwina's decision? But yeah, that was I don't know. I literally cute because I see that taste algorithm. I was like, got my turtle in the freezer now. I don't think you're supposed to put them in freezers, but like I don't know what like we have a turtle and she doesn't.
Hibernate.
She's a water turtle.
I tell you what, I wouldn't be eating anything else out of the refrigerator if there was a hibernating animal in my refrigerator. I'd be like, yeah, I'm not going to eat any of that cheese.
I don't know if it's interesting. Put her in the salad crisper, the vegetable crisper. So like the drawer at the one of the drawers at the bottom. Just like I wouldn't put anything in that drawer. But I mean, dude, I don't know if tortoises have salmonella. I guess that would be the only thing would be salmonella. They're washing her, they're cleaning her. There's no like algae on her or anything like that. Like our turtle, she'll get algae and you scrub. My dad will scrub it off with a toothbrush, but I think
I'm not putting an animal in my refrigerator unless it's dead and I'm going to eat it.
But like,
Just get a different refrigerator, right?
Yeah, I think people put like if they have a dead animal. I don't know what I'm saying. Like if you have like I don't know if I should
Like a hamburger.
What?
Like a hamburger.
A hammer?
Hamburger.
Hamburger. Yeah, you can have hamburgers in your freezer or your refrigerator, but like typically nothing else. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I should say what I want to say a lot. I probably shouldn't say it. But when I was younger, my hamster died. I was like, what do you do with it? Like, do you put it with it? Because we lived in the city. What do you do with it? We didn't go to the vet or anything like that. Like, you must.
I mean, it's dead. You put it in the garbage.
Exactly. What? If you live in the city and you're not taking your hamster to a vet to get it like checked out and cremate it, right?
Right.
What are you doing with the body? You throw it in the trash. Are you allowed to do that? Or you throw it in a thing? I don't want my hamster I loved a lot going in the trash can. Where do we put it?
I don't know. Where did you put it?
My parents put it in a box.
Your mom and dad put it in the trash. 100%. Your mom and dad put it in the trash.
No. The hamster went. I don't know if I should say this online. Went in the freezer. They put it in a box. It was in the back of the freezer. I don't know if this is legal. I don't know. But we did that, and we did that with my second hamster who passed away. I don't know what we did.
How long? Like, is the hamster still in the freezer?
It was at the old house, and we forgot to bring it with us. So yes, we left him in the freezer in the old house, and the freezer probably got thrown. We sold the house to like a random company that was like gonna like rip it down and rebuild it. So, and rebuild like all modern and stuff like that. So they just probably threw the
garbage. It's in the garbage. It's all in the landfill. Yeah. It's the circle of life.
It's the circle of life, yes.
All right. But Mika, you and Mika are like with the animals. Was there fed her winners either in the fridge or buried in a box full of earth in our deep cellar?
Huh. That's why Hetty was digging. That's why Hetty was digging. He wasn't trying to find something. She was trying to dig her way.
Right. She was trying to hibernate.
Yeah. And our turtle now. So if it's okay, but the safety thing was if it's a turtle, I don't know if tortoises produce salmonella, like aquatic, like already.
Yeah, I don't know.
She produces salmonella, especially when they're a baby, but she's like 10 to 15. She's like 10 years old now. So, or I was like 5 when we got her, so she's 13 years old. So she definitely doesn't produce much, but she produces salmonella. So maybe, I don't know, maybe your tortoise doesn't produce salmonella. It sounds like you love the animal, so you're willing to, I don't know, put it in your refrigerator or put it in your freezer for a couple months. I don't think you're supposed to do the freezer. I think that's too cold. But our turtle has a tub of containers like this big. It's water in it, and she lives outside. And then in the winter, she comes in, and she loves the sun. And my dad like lets her walk around the yard, and then we'll put her back in the container. And then it's my dad's turtle. I don't know. He does what he does. I don't know. And then in the winter we bring her inside because it'll get obviously really cold. So,
well, if it were a tortoise, you could just leave it outside.
She survives some cold weather out there. You know, she gets through it. She's 13.
So how do you know when it's time for the tortoise to unhibernate?
That's a good question. I have no clue. I don't have
like,
any.
Does it just start rooting through does it wake up and just start rooting through your stuff in the refrigerator? And you open the fridge to like get out your milk and the turtle is like running around because it's not hibernating anymore? How do you know?
Well, the turtle's enclosed, but how do you know is the good question. I have no clue at all.
I don't know. But here, Tina, you and Mika are like birds of a feather. Our garden had many hamster graves with tiny tombstones.
We didn't have a garden. We didn't have any property. We've had 2 dogs die since we were here, and we have land, so we buried them on land. There's people. I don't know if it's their like house property, but there are family cemeteries it's where the family buries their people, and it's like you walk down the road like a half a mile, and there's the cemetery. Not gonna say the last name, but it's the last name cemetery, and the house is right across the street from it, or just like a little ways down is the house, and that's where I guess they own that cemetery, and only their family is buried there. So I don't know. We have 2. I don't know if I should be saying this. My parents like, do not say this online. My parents always say, like, you say the craziest things. You make us sound insane. You make all this sound and talk like an insane person. But we have, it's nice to be able to look out there and know that. I mean, they're my childhood dogs. You know, they've been with me since I was a kid, and so it's nice to look up there and know that. I think he's up there somewhere. I think.
Do you have little tombstones?
Almost see. They don't have tombstones. We put like rocks on top of it because we don't have any tombstones yet. We want to get them, but if I lean back far enough, I think up there is where Teddy is. It's weird, but it's comforting to know that they're still. I don't know. Their bodies are still with us.
Well, Hetty's fine, and Brexit is fine. Brexit just like turned.
And
And Rosie is apparently, you were right about Rosie. She's apparently nothing, nobody. She's a nothing. She's a red herring.
And okay, we should talk about the book instead of dead animals.
Yes.
We only have what? We only have like an hour to talk.
I'm glad we read like all the rest of the book instead of breaking it up.
Yeah. And I was so I just knew that she was Maud or Mildred. I just knew she was Mildred. Like
the only thing I didn't like though was the whole, yeah, I did have a stroke and I was a vegetable and now I'm not. Like then all of a sudden I wasn't. And I'm like, huh?
That's what I think made sense to me, was that if she was still a vegetable, that's the theory I have, but then I was like, that doesn't make no sense. The Elizabeth could crawl around, and so Elizabeth was able to move, right? And so no one knew that she was not a vegetable, so she wouldn't. If she was her original stroke state, she would not have been able to crawl. She would not have been able to move.
Right.
And so it makes sense that she wasn't. Like they just went along with that as if that was like what's the, like that. I don't know.
I don't understand how she wasn't. It would have made more sense to me if she was never a vegetable and she was just pretending to be a vegetable. This whole, I was a total vegetable and couldn't move anything. I could just lay there and blink. And then all of a sudden,
but why?
Fine again. I was like, this doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know why, like medically why, but I thought it did make sense. And it made sense, like she didn't want to, it adds more to the story. Like she was faking it the whole time, but like there was actually a reason for her to act like that. And then she killed, I don't know, she killed Olive first.
No, she killed Isabel first, I think.
Well, I thought that, that's what I thought the whole entire book. And then she says that Olive saw her standing up in her like nightgown or whatever that she should be vegetabled in, and that's why she killed Olive. And then she did things to hide it, and then Isabel saw her standing up.
I thought Isabel saw her standing up when she came back with the gun from Marshall after Lilith died. I thought she saw Marshall kill Lilith, and then she went out to the garden or something. Somehow she went out to the garden and Marshall was standing there with the gun. He dropped the gun and she picked it up and walked back into the house to show Isabel. And then Isabel was like horrified that she was standing up, and so she shot her.
First of all, I don't know. I don't know. Of course she'd be horrified. Of course she'd be horrified. Like
someone marching up to me with a gun, somebody who like didn't used to be able to walk.
Someone who's currently unable to move other than blink and swallow.
Right.
Walks up to me. I would be horrified. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm glad you can walk again, whatever. But I'm gonna need a couple years I'm gonna need a couple minutes, years, days, whatever, to process this information. Like,
right.
That's a lot. And she probably.
It seems weird that she, like, it just seemed. I didn't honestly. Now that more than I'm thinking about it, the more the end really kind of bothered me because it didn't make sense to me.
Okay.
Why would she shoot Isabel just because Isabel was like needed a minute, like you said?
Because she was already so upset with her for no
why?
For no reason.
Why was she so upset with her? The woman was like taking care of her.
Because she wasn't there enough for her. Okay, she doesn't have real reason. I don't think, at least.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't either.
The reasons, I guess, make sense, but they don't make no sense. I don't know. Like they make sense in the point of she's a crazy person.
They were stupid reasons.
I think that they don't make actual sense, but like she's a crazy person. Of course, she's believing this. Like Isabel stopped her from being able to go to Paris. No, she didn't, but she thought she did at least, right? Which to me doesn't make no sense. But to me, the Paris thing doesn't make sense. You could have just left. Like you could have just abandoned your sister. If you didn't really care about her. If you're gonna disavow her, just leave and go to Paris. Like who cares, right? Like that doesn't make no sense to me. But
right. 40 years, 50, 60, 70 years ago.
Yeah. That just didn't make no sense. But she killed her just because I don't know. She's a crazy person.
Yeah.
That's, I think, mainly why.
So Mika, my brother had 2 strokes and was in a coma and then was a vegetable for a while, but he recovered sort of. This is like a medical miracle because this doesn't happen.
I don't know.
She felt she'd never had worth apart from being Isabel's twin.
Yeah. So she did. And
Well, and she was like the mean one, I guess.
Yes.
And Isabel was the nice one.
Yeah. I thought it was going to come out that she had killed the teacher.
That Mildred had killed the teacher.
Yeah. Alice doesn't make sense. I mean, not Alice.
Agnes.
Yeah, Agnes doesn't make sense to me. I thought it was going to come out that she did it.
So when Isabel seemed to not be happy that she was back, she just got all upset about it. I guess, but I feel like if Isabel had, I mean, I don't know, if Isabel had like an hour, and if Mildred hadn't marched up to her carrying a gun,
yeah,
things might have been, the reaction might have been a little bit different.
Yeah, and then, so it didn't, not like she one day just stood up and started walking normally.
Right. It's not like Isabel walked in the bedroom and she was like standing up doing whatever. Like, woman's walking in the house pointing a gun at her.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is it's not like from what I can tell, Mildred, her name, yeah, she didn't just like stand up, like, okay, I'm going now, cool now. She just like, it was a slow process, right? Probably.
Right.
I was so like, why not just let her see you like twitching your finger or whatever at first, and then
I don't,
talking, and then like
all of that seems weird to me too. I don't know. I think she had this twisted gut reaction that Isabel had betrayed her.
Yeah.
I feel like that's true, but I don't know how Isabel betrayed her. I think Mildred was a psychopath from childhood on. I think Mildred was, I don't know about a psychopath, and I don't know from childhood, but I feel like in her old age, she definitely got some stuff twisted.
I guess I wish that we got more, because I can agree with that. Like, I think that she was maybe not a psychopath. Something was wrong with her, or she was just murderous. And I think I wish we got more of some things. Like, I wish we got more about the teacher. I wish we got more about the incident. I wish we got more about all of their like history, because now we find out that she was in the Secret Service. Which one? Edwina was in the Secret Service.
They all were, I think.
Exactly. We don't totally know. Like, we don't know all the details. I wish we got more of that. Like, all of that.
I feel like we're going to have to read the second book to get more of it.
Yeah. Is the second book? Is there an audiobook of the second book?
I don't know. I didn't even know there was a second book until the last time when somebody said, oh, there's a second book. She did show signs, like killing insects as a child just for the fun of it. All right, except I did that too.
Didn't we all?
I don't think Mika did.
I think that's kind of a cop out to be like, what I think the book saying that is kind of a cop out. Like, oh, she used to kill insects. It's like, is that kind of messed up? Sure, but like, we all do mess up things. I don't know. Like, I hate bugs. I still kill them. Last night, 3:00 in the morning, FaceTime my mom. Hey, there's a spider in my room. Can you come down and kill it? My dad comes down, hobbling around. Like, I have to, just woke up, kill spider, leave. I'm like, thank God, that spider is dead. Screw that spider. He's dead. You know what I mean? I don't care about him. And I don't really feel bad about killing bugs. Like, even like my dad says like the nice ones, like 1,000-leggers. You know what those are? They're like,
no, but I can imagine. I have a picture in my mind.
Like fuzzy centipedes. My dad is like, you shouldn't kill them because they eat other bugs. They eat roaches.
Well, yeah, everything eats something. It's the circle of life.
Yeah, and my dad's like, they're nice, you shouldn't kill him. I'm like, kill him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I have a thing against bugs, but I did used to occasionally chop them up, and you know, you see an ant, you smash it, and then you make a circle, and they won't leave the circle, right? You know about that?
Well, I don't know about that.
If you, my mom told me about this. She used to do it when she was a kid. You draw a circle like with chalk on concrete, and then the ant won't leave it. And then you make a smaller circle, and you make a smaller circle, and then you kill them. So
this seems cruel. This seems like torture. You are the animal lover, and here you are advocating torture.
There's a difference between animals and bugs, okay? There's between my cat and
All right, Mika says there's 3 novels, but only 2 have been translated so far.
Okay.
I like this. I really liked it. I mean, the end, even though there were things that I was like, I still really, I liked it. I liked how she wrapped it up, how she explained everything, and like some of the stuff that we were all thinking was like, okay, good, that was right.
Yeah.
I liked how she rescued. Oh, I did kind of freak out a little bit when Alice showed up again at the end. I was like, oh no, what is happening now?
Yeah, I just don't get that. I didn't like that plot. I didn't like that plot line. And I
think
like
she could have just closed her eyes and been a little girl again and like imagined where everything was. I don't know that Alice had to actually show up, but okay, whatever.
Yeah. Also, I wish we got more of the ending, like the closing where they explain the things to the police. I was worried that would be an issue, and like I was hoping for more of that.
I was kind of okay with it. Like once we knew who the killer was, who and why, even though we sort of already knew, like I was like, okay, now we know, we can be done with the book, right? Like we're done. Mystery solved. I'm on my way out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I didn't need any more. Once the mystery is solved, I don't need anything else to happen. Yeah, I think it was Agnes's imagination. Oh, speaking of Agnes's imagination, so Marshall wasn't trying to kill her, poison her. He was trying to give her the medications that she hadn't been taking, or were they trying to kill her?
It seemed like the medications.
That's what I thought. Like the next chapter was like the medications. I was like, oh, that's a much better idea.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that made me feel a lot better about this housing situation.
Yeah, it's also crazy that she died. Like what's her name? Mildred got bamboozled. You know what I mean? Like
I know.
Done for. Like she was like, I hated being stuck and I wanted to just be put out of my mercy, so I'm doing all this to become so I don't ever have this happen again. Boom, comatose yet again, abandoned.
Like, okay.
It's like, I don't know. I'm part of me was like, she has to kill her, right? She like Alice. I mean, what her name's gonna kill her, but I was like, damn, that's like I'm not saying not killing her is cruel, but I'm saying her main thing was she didn't want to be stuck like that, and yet she's stuck like that. Also, you can write like, why didn't she just like, when she came back out of it, why didn't she just like tell her sister normally and then write a DNR? Like, why didn't you? That was called DNR, do not resuscitate. Like, why didn't she like do that and say like, if I go into a coma, I don't want any other medical things. I want to like die on my own without tubes and stuff like that. Like if I go into a coma, don't give me anything to help me. Don't do anything. Don't put a tube in my nose. So I like let me starve to death. Like don't feed me. Don't water me. Don't whatever. Water me. But like yeah.
I don't know why she didn't do any of those things. All I think is that once she came back to life, she just wanted to be alive. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mika says they were, giving her the meds. As somebody who's on antipsychotics, it's really not a good idea to just not take them. Yeah. I feel like all of her flashbacks were from not taking the antipsychotics.
Yeah. Do we know exactly what she's on? Do we know that it is antipsychotics, or are we just assuming? Just curious.
No, I think we're just assuming because somewhere somebody said something about there was a psychosis, something to do with the psychosis.
Maybe the medicine is something completely different for something else, and like we don't know. Maybe it's like a DID thing.
What's a DID thing?
Like the dissociative identity disorder, like multiple personalities.
Mm.
Right? Is that dissociative identity disorder, and then there's another DID that's like border. No, that's something else. That's BPD.
I don't know enough about the various I don't know enough about the DSM-4 to be able to diagnose anyone with anything or discuss symptoms or treatment plans. But you know who might? Don't we know somebody that Vanessa, Dr. B,
Yeah,
would know this probably.
she does. Yeah, she is a mental health doctor, I'm pretty sure.
I think it said somewhere that it was antipsychotics.
Right.
Yeah, I
What
don't know if
are,
it said it or if we just assumed it because there was some psychosis that they kept talking about. But it makes sense, like, that when you go off your meds, you start, like, if it's antipsychotic, I don't know. What do I know? Nothing. Again, like I said.
antipsychotic, like, does. Like, I've never been, I don't know. Like, is it just like a regular, like, it's not just like a regular, like, depression medicine, right?
No, I think it's, no, it's not just like, yeah, I'm on it, antipsychotics, and my husband can immediately tell when I've forgotten to take them. And her roommates could tell that she wasn't taking them.
Yeah.
Interesting. Like immediately he can tell. Wow. That's some strong stuff.
Yeah.
If like not taking them once, right?
Yeah.
It's not like it weans out of your system. It's like gone. Wow. Yeah. I mean, and apparently, I don't know, Mika, is this true? Like, because the minute she had even just a little bit of them back in her system, she like became clear again.
Well, when did she have them back? At the end?
Well, didn't she drank a little bit of the coffee before it got cold? Like
Oh.
she had a little bit of what Marshall brought up to her.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
much. So like not enough if it was poisoned to kill her, but she had a little bit. I don't know. It's strong stuff.
Yeah. And I'm on like a, it's called SSRI. Is that what it's called? Is that a tax form? I don't know.
Again, not a doctor.
Just like an anti-anxiety, antidepressant medicine. And it's so weak. And I'm not like
It's mild, very mild.
It's very helpful, yes. But it's very just like it takes 4 weeks to be fully active and to be fully noticeable when you start taking it. So it's like it is a very chill thing, and I feel like when I miss a day or two here or there, it doesn't
feel any different. It doesn't affect you. Yeah. I don't think as little as she could have had would make a difference. Okay. Yeah, she wouldn't have had very much.
Mm-hmm.
But it does seem like she all of a sudden sobered right back up.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm giving this 5 stars. So I like it.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, I'm not giving it 5 pink stars. Didn't change my life, but it's getting 5 stars from me.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because I have my little card here.
You know, you have your 800 star. You have your 800 point system.
General enjoyment, I would say it's a 5 out of 7. It was really good. It was a good book.
Yeah.
But there were some points. Characters, I would say a 9. It was Edwina. Edwina is like the best character in the book, and Edwina and Teddy, I just love them. I can't.
All right.
I would say was a 7. There were some issues. With,
yeah.
So at the end, there was some like loose ends I wanted tied up. Ambiance and cozy vibes, 9. Writing was good. I'd say a 7. And then setting was a 6. I don't love Britain. I don't love books set in Britain.
What do you think about books set in old folks' homes?
Love them. So I guess I can. Let's keep that at a 6 because the old folks home bumping it up.
Ooh.
So I don't know how to add all these together.
Well,
so that's 18.
I mean, it's math. I think you learned how to do that in 3rd grade. How to add them all together.
If there's more comments to read, I'm going to calculate. So 18 plus
all right,
14.
let's see. Mika really liked it. I think you might like Glenkill, although it is, of course, weird to see it from a sheep perspective. I definitely am interested in Glenkill, and anything that I feel like they make a movie out of is probably a really good book. Even if the movie sucks, the fact that somebody thought they should make a movie out of it, I think that means it's a good book. So I think I do want to see Glenkill. I mean, read Glenkill.
I think it is a 43 out of 57.
Ooh.
So a medium 4-star, I would say.
Okay. All right.
43.
Mika, what do you think? Are you 4 stars, 5 stars, 4.5 stars? Mika's very stingy with her stars.
Yeah.
She doesn't give 5 very often. And I feel like I give 5 all the time.
Yeah. I think 30% of the books I read last year were 5 stars. So
4.5 from Mika. Ooh, that's like a 7 from me.
okay.
That's like a 7 out of 5 for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
7 out of 5 or 7 out of 10?
7 out of 5. Because I get it. Look, if I enjoy a book, I mostly give it 5 stars,
Okay.
which is why I had to implement the pink star system for books that were like mind blowing. Yeah. Because I hate to penalize a book that's a really good book and deserves 5 stars if just because like it didn't blow my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think that I had some issues with it, and that's why I'm not like totally like.
Oh no. Oh no. Come back. Oh, this happened before and she was gone for a long time. Come back. And she came back and there were 3 of her. 2 of her and 1 of me the last time this happened. So we'll see if she goes away and comes back as like 3 people. She did. She is going to come back as 3 people. Oh my gosh, it happened again.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back now.
Okay. Oh my gosh, it said lost internet connection, and then I had to leave and come back in, and it wouldn't let me back in. It said like check the studio or check with the host or something like that, and then I did it again.
Oh yeah, because you were still here, and then there became 3 of you again.
Okay. 3 of me or 2 of me?
2 of you. Sorry, 3 of us.
Okay,
2 of you, 1 of me, 3 of us. But now there's just 1 of you, and the other one has gone.
I can't see. It just was a black frame in the middle. I couldn't see what I looked like.
Oh, you this time you had your mouth open.
Okay.
You were mid-word. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So this is a good book. I'm glad we read this. Mika, this was your suggestion. Oh yeah, it was because you suggested like a bunch of them and we voted. I'm glad we picked this one.
Yeah. I feel like we need to, I don't know, we need to talk about what our plans are for the rest, like for coming up. It's like for the future. Because like, are we reading? We have to get, if we're reading the rest of the Hedgehog Hollow series, which Mika isn't interested in, then we have to, if we want to read that in December, we have to get on it now because we have
I don't know that I want to read all of the Hedgehog Hollow books
before Christmas. If we read Hedgehog,
that would be fine. I would like to in December. I would like to read a Christmassy themed book, whether that's the Christmas at Hedgehog Hollow or whatever it is, or it's another like Christmassy book. I would like to do that in December. I think that would be nice.
If we do Christmas at Hedgehog Hollow, I would assume we read all the books by ourselves and then get to Christmas. But like,
yeah, I won't. I'm just going to read Christmas. Because if she does it like she did the other ones, like at the beginning of the book, remember in the second book, she like recapped everything that happened before.
Maybe.
So I feel like I'm fine reading a recap. Because here's what the recap is going to be. Whatever her name is, it's still going to be whiny and complainy about like why, I don't know, her mom doesn't love her and her cousin doesn't love her. And like, I don't know, she has the weight of the world on her shoulders because she's the only person in the world that has to save all the hedgehogs. I'm like, I can't read 10 books of her being like that.
I would say maybe let's not read that because I would want to read all the books and I don't think I'm going to be able to read them in the next couple months.
Okay. All right. And we'll pick something else nice for Christmas.
In February, are we doing Glenkill so we can read the book and watch the movie?
I think that would be fun.
Okay. So we could do that in February, but then we got to figure out what we're doing for September. Are you available in September?
So September, I have to read 6 nonfiction for the BookTube prize. So it's going to be a crazy month for me. Because I feel like I already have 6, 7. I already have 7 books that I have to read. Are you frozen or you're just staring at me? She's frozen.
I'm so
I was
sorry.
like, are you frozen or are you just staring at me?
I'm frozen. I'm sorry it happened again. You were
That's
saying
okay. So
that.
September, I already have 7 books that I have to read.
Okay.
So part of me is like, maybe no Treehouse for me in September.
Were any of those, are there 7 you have to be quiet about, you can't tell anyone about?
No, one of them is a book for my in-person book club.
Okay.
And the others I do have to be quiet about. Well, I can say what they are, but I can't talk about them.
Okay. What's the in-person book?
It is called My Life in France by Julia Child. It's like the story of her. I think it's like a memoir, maybe. So maybe I'm only reading nonfiction next month. I don't know if it's a memoir. I think it's a memoir. I think it's actually by Julia Child.
I'm curious what the other ones are.
So you can look, they're on the BookTube Prize video, but I'll tell you what they are. The nonfiction I'm actually super excited about reading every single one of these. So one of them is The Underworld, Journeys to the Depths of the Ocean. I think it's about like all the life forms down there that are like super, super deep that nobody's ever investigated or, whatever. It's about like, sea animals or the sea, whatever's down there. One of them is called Eve, How the Female Body Drove 200 Million Years of Human Evolution. I think that sounds good. We Were Once a Family, which I can't see what it's about. I don't know. King, about Martin Luther King.
Okay.
Master, Slave, Husband, Wife. And then How to Say Babylon. I also don't know what it's about. I didn't write it. I don't have it written down. So I'm like super excited to read them. And none of them are books that I had read in any of the other rounds.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You read all of them, yeah. So maybe no book for September.
Well, maybe no book for September.
Unless you want to read about Julia Childs, I guess.
Well, I have to read about Julia Childs. So if you guys want to, I'm happy to do that. But I have to have it finished. Our book club is the second Saturday of September, which ends up being like early in the month. Oh, no, it isn't. It's 2 full weeks. So I guess if you guys wanted to do that and we started on your sprints on September 2nd, we could probably finish it by the time I had to go to book club, if you guys wanted to do that. Yeah. But I mean, don't feel like you have to if you don't want to.
I don't know anything about Julia Child, so maybe. But
she's like a famous chef. She was like the first female chef that had like a big TV program. She wrote a book.
Okay.
Meryl Streep played her in a movie.
See, I'm imagining Meryl Streep. That's what I'm imagining when I see her. That's what I'm imagining. So,
yeah. I mean, you're pretty cool if Meryl Streep is playing you in a movie.
Definitely, yes.
So September, either it's that one or it's nothing. Or you guys can do something without me. I will not be offended.
Okay. I don't know what I'm reading. The only plan I have is in November. I'm going to be reading Nora Roberts books and nonfiction. Some nonfiction and some Nora Roberts books. And that is really my only plan. So, in November. I don't know. I'm not going to maybe not hold myself to that, but maybe there's nonfiction. Because we've never run a nonfiction, have we?
We haven't. So maybe we do one of your we pick a nonfiction in November.
Yeah. Because it's a nonfiction November is happening, I think. So. Okay. And then I don't know. I don't know if I'm actually going to be hosting Nora November, if that's happening. I have to talk to people about it, but I'm planning on doing it by myself if no one's doing it. So.
Okay. I mean, I'm happy to do a Treehouse nonfiction November. We just have to pick one. And there's like
a million of them.
Yeah.
I'm reading one right now. I'm reading In Order to Live by Leonie. I don't know how to say her first name. Park. It's about a woman escaping from North Korea and her journey escaping.
Ooh.
And it's some people don't. Some people like. I guess she's more conservative, so people don't love her political opinions. But I think it's very interesting to see. I've seen her on YouTube Shorts and talk about her journey, and she's been through. She escaped when she was 13, and so talks about being abused and like all of it. And now she's been living in America probably for a long time, and so she has a good life here. It seems like she's married and she has a kid, but I'm reading that.
Yeah, we'll pick something.
Yeah.
So then what do we want to do for October?
I don't know.
So we just need to pick books for October, November, December.
Yeah.
All right, let's put some suggestions in the Discord. Maybe we make a different, I don't know what they're called, thread, a different channel.
Yeah.
For October, November, December, and everybody can put like what books they want. And we'll make a poll in like, I don't know, a couple of weeks or whatever, since there's no big rush. We'll make a poll and everybody can vote. And by everybody, I guess it's you, me, and Mika.
Yes.
Although maybe in the fall, like Christina can be back joining us and Kenny.
Yeah.
Like, the summer is always weird for people.
Yeah.
So we might pick up some people in the fall. All right. We may have lost Mika already.
But this comment kind of ruins our plans for February.
Oh, wait. It doesn't come out until 2026.
Dang.
Oh, yeah. Then we've got a long way to go.
Yeah. So maybe not that book, or maybe, I guess not, because we just read a book by the author.
Yeah. Speaking of movies that are out, have you seen It Ends With Us?
No.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I've seen people are now mad at Blake Lively about it. Or people are not liking Blake Lively, but I don't know. That might not be from I don't know.
No, what I've read, and I haven't read much, but I was like, why are they mad at Blake Lively? And it seems to me that it's because she's like, the book is about domestic violence and about, staying in and getting out and staying in and getting out, like, of an abusive relationship. Yeah. And instead of that being the focus of the press tour, like, she's just talking about how great her hair looks and the clothes that she's wearing. Yeah. And it's like, girl, that's not like what this movie is even about. So I think she is getting heat for that, because like she's turning it in. I don't know. And I haven't seen the movie, but I heard that her and the director like were on completely different wavelengths. And so part of me is like, well, maybe that's not what the movie's about anymore. Maybe the movie is about her hair and her clothes. And like, I wonder how far they veered off from the book. So now I feel like I have to go see the movie.
Yeah. Are you going to go see it?
I am going to go see it. If it's, I'm not going to see it here in Edinburgh. I don't have time. And I'm hoping that it'll be in Portugal when I get back, and I'll take an afternoon and go to the movies and eat some popcorn, some movie popcorn.
I don't plan on watching it at all. I just feel like, first of all, about the disagreeing thing, Justin, he is very like, he has his like things. I don't know, Justin, like the director, he oh my gosh, I just broke this needle. Anyway, I'm just messing with this sewing needle. I just snapped it in half. Great. Okay. So back to the point. Justin, he talks about like mental illness. He talks about like male mental illness, especially, and stuff like that. And he is very like, he talks about a lot of serious things, and he does stuff like that. And he likes that. And I think he got popular mainly, at least in my opinion. I know him from Jane the Virgin. He's the father. Mm-hmm. He's the father of Jane the Virgin. Father of her child. Not the father of... It's about a girl who gets pregnant.
I don't know anything about this show. It's America Ferrera, right? That's all I know. Is that who the star is? No, it's not. It's somebody else.
Her name's Gina something.
Yeah. I can't think of her name. Gina. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come to me.
She is anyway. It's a good show, but he plays the father and he plays one of the love interests of the child, and not of the child, of the woman who's
Of the mother.
Yeah. Clarify that real quick. And it's a very interesting thing, and I like the show. Whatever, it's a good show. And I know him from that, and so he does stuff like that. And I think that maybe his vision for it was more emotional, was like that, and her vision, as you said, he is very like, he has his things. He has this thing of like talking about mental illness and stuff like that. I don't know. I also think, like, to me, the point of the book was not knowing it was about domestic violence and realizing it as the main character realized it, and being a 13 or 14-year-old, witnessing a woman go through the emotional turbulence of deciding to leave or not. And I was going through that with her as a barely teenager, right? Okay, like that's what it's like to me. And so the fact that we know it's about domestic violence before you go into the movie is like, the whole point of the movie's done, because like that was the point of the movie. That was the point of the book for me. When I got done, I was like, I just went through the emotional journey of deciding whether to leave or stay, and realizing it as you go on, not knowing it before you go into the story. And so I'm like, the whole point of the book to me was to be surprised, and now no one's surprised, and now no one gets to have the emotion.
Well, nobody knows if she leaves or she stays, which was also, when I was reading the book, I was like, I don't know what she's going to do.
Well, yes, but you still.
And then even with the sequel, when the sequel came out, I was like, I really still don't know what she's going to do.
Really?
Like, is she staying with this guy? Like, what is going on?
Well, I didn't know during the book, obviously, but like once I figured she wasn't going to get back with him, because I knew that there was going to be romance in the book with whatever his name is.
See, I didn't know. I feel like even now, if there was a third book, I feel like she's still going to go back to him.
Does she, are you saying that because that happens in book 2? Because I haven't read book 2.
To be honest, I don't remember what happens in book 2. That's how like uncertain this whole thing was. Like in my mind, is she going back? Is she not going back? Is she like, what is she doing? Especially then, now we're totally spoiling this whole thing.
Yeah.
We've got the thing down there. But when she had a kid, I was like, well, now what is she going to do? Right? I was like, well, here we go. Yeah.
I don't know.
So I feel like I have to watch this movie to see if it even stayed true to the book.
I have no interest in rereading it. So I'm like, if I watch it, I won't even know, because I read it 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I read it 5 years ago. And so it's like, I guess 5 years ago, I don't know. But
well, if I watch it, I'll let you know whether
yes. I
think it's good.
Yeah. I do want to know what you think about it. Yeah.
I'll let you know, because I thought it was one of her better books.
I would agree with that. That was probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, absolutely. Those were 2 of her better books.
Yeah, I still haven't read book 2. I still own book 2, I think. Yeah.
It's good. It's good. It's worth reading.
I don't think I'm gonna read it. To be honest, I'm not gonna read it. But
okay, fair. All right, we've definitely lost Mika.
Yes.
And we also lost. Okay, I never showed the comment from the dude that wanted us to read his book. So let's see what he had to say back here. Okay, there he is. Okay. I would rather that you checked out 2 of my stories on a channel called The Dusty Tome. Revert or laugh out loud, The Frantic Frank and the Perpetual Motion Machine.
The Frantic Frank?
All right, so a channel called The Dusty Tome. Sorry, I'm gonna like look this up really quick.
Yes, let me know.
I'm afraid. The Dusty Tome. All right, here we go. What does it look like is happening on this channel? Oh, hang on. Oh no, I don't want to help YouTube by answering a question. I just want to see. Wait, hang on. The Dusty Tome. That's not right. Oh wait, here's the channel. Okay, sorry. It was something else I was looking at. All right. He's got lots of like There's Revert, a short story. Where's the other one he has that he mentioned? Oh, Frantic Frank and the Perpetual Motion Machine, short story.
How
One of
long
them,
is it?
Revert is from 2 days ago. Frantic Frank is from a month ago.
How
And
long are videos?
okay, let me see. Oh, Frantic Frank is 20 minutes. Revert is 12 minutes. And I can't tell if they're like graphic.
What's happening?
Can you hear that?
No, I don't hear nothing.
Okay. Oh, hey, I'm definitely gonna watch these. Just FYI. Yeah, I'm definitely watching those.
I guess
They're
I'm
he like tells the story and he's got this like tone when he tells it, like it's an ominous story and this is what happens. And it's got like it's a video to it, but it's like you're reading a children's picture book or a graphic novel or something. So it's got pictures. I'm definitely looking at it.
If you think it's Steven, do you think it's Steven who is the
I don't know who else it could be. James Earl Jones? I don't know. It's really good. I mean, I listened to like 5 seconds of it, and he was
I
talking.
will definitely be checking this
Yes.
out when we're done here.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Stephen, we are watching your videos.
Yes, we are.
Maybe that's what we talk about in
In
September.
September, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, but I'm like, maybe they're just sure to watch them now. But like, I don't know. Maybe we can.
Actually, should we do that? Should we invite Steve? Should we watch a different Stephen video? You don't have to do this on yours. We'll watch a different Stephen video every day or every sprint. And then we'll like talk about it in the break.
I don't know. That seems like a lot, but I'm a little bit. I don't know. Like,
It's a 12-minute video,
yeah.
a 20-minute video. All right, fine. We don't have to do it.
We'll see. Maybe we'll see. I kind of want to watch it now, though. That's it. I want to see it now.
Oh, I'm not going to watch it now. I'm going to go make dinner.
I guess let's not watch it right now, but we can talk about it in the Discord, I guess.
No. We'll watch it some other time. We'll do whatever we're going to do some other time.
Okay.
Mika's melting. I'm not one for short stories. Sorry, Stephen. Mika is out because like, nope, not going to happen. All right, fine. I'll do this on my own. I will watch it on my own.
I will also be watching it today at some point, probably then.
Mika doesn't like short stories or short stories.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right. I got to go eat dinner. It's 7:40. It's almost 9:00 where Mika lives. Tina, what are you doing this afternoon?
Probably building my bed frame, cleaning my room.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Yeah. I got to clean. What's today? Wednesday. I have to clean tomorrow. I leave on Friday.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Time is going like fast.
Yes. Have a safe trip home. Definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to being back in my own house and sort of getting back into a normal routine.
Yeah.
But I do love being here. So yeah. Anyway. I hope tomorrow is a nice sunny day because I'd like to get one more like really nice wander around town in the sunshine before I leave. We'll see. Anyway, so yeah, on Monday I will. Or wait, are you doing sprints on Monday, or you totally switched your days?
I don't know.
Okay.
So you'll. I mean, I tried to do Thursday night and it wasn't as fun. I might go back to Monday, I guess. Then probably.
All right. Well, if you do, I will see you Monday. If not, maybe I'll see you on whoever else is sprinting on Monday.
Okay. We'll see. I have a hard time watching sprints. I don't want to watch sprints anymore, so probably won't see me in those comments. But I guess you'll see me in the Discord.
All right. I will see you in the Discord. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll see you in the Discord. Mika, I'll see you in the Discord. Have a good weekend.
Yes. Have a good weekend.
See you next time.
Fun trip home. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.